They say keep learning, but they never said why you learn and how to learn. There are few techniques to learn almost anything. To learn any subject, you can firmly apply these techniques. It is not some kind of hack that you can learn in some TED talk. It's truly some process of how you actually learn in your subconscious mind. Bear with me, at the end of this episode, you'll become fully equipped to learn almost anything. Why we need to learn on the very first place. Understand, uneducated people are cursed. You have heard this somewhere. But is this the education what we learn in school? In my opinion, this education system is trying to produce some cogs of a larger machine they have already built. These educations are producing fuel to an engine where the automatic gear doesn't work. We place our child on that perfect place where they fit exactly well and function really well into that large machine. World is no longer about the people, but the economic engine that we are driving. Just ask this question to yourself and you will get the answer. I learned this somewhere a few weeks ago. Then I thought, why not make a video over learning something new? This is a very cruel process that we send kids to school for learning things that they will only use to avoid the unemployment. Using this knowledge, they will earn some living out of it. That is all we want from our child, and so my father was. Do you really think that the surviving is the only reason why we are here? Starting from an ant to an elephant, all the animals are doing the same thing. They are also gaining their livelihood. Do you believe that you are better than them? And then you have to change your thoughts first. We as a human has evolved into much sophisticated brains. Animals are still there with their dull and stagnant brain cell, which has not experienced none of the evolution. At least we can think ahead of them. So there are two kinds of education. One education that generates employments. Let us first discuss this one. In the next video, I'll try to discuss the second education and what we need to learn about this. All the subjects can be categorized in 4 groups. Number 1, memorization, history, biology. Number 2, understanding, economics, physics. Number 3, language, any language subject. Number 4, the application-based subjects like mathematics, accounting. In each category, there we have many other combination of the subjects, but you can figure it out which subject can fall into which category. The first technique is the Feynman technique. Feynman was a great scientist and a great teacher. He was also named as the Great Explainer. He used to teach in university classes. He awarded the Nobel Prize in the year of 1965 for his contribution in quantum electrodynamics. He has also invented the Feynman diagram, which explains the interaction of subatomic particles. I have studied them during my post-graduation, and you would be amazed to know that this diagram is so easy to grasp that you can easily understand the concept. Now coming back to the technique, it has 4 simple steps to learn almost anything new. Feynman said, you must not fool yourself, and you are the easiest person to fool. Step number 1, write down the topic over a blank sheet of paper. Step number 2, explain it to your own language. It means whatever you have understood from the study material, just write it down in your own language. I am exaggerating the word own. Use your own words. Step number 3, identify any of the areas that you have not understood clearly and go back to the material again. Step number 4, pinpoint any of the complicated terms and challenge yourself to simplify them. use your own words and try to visualize using some object or some incident. Step number 5, explain it to someone who don't have any idea about this subject. It will be better if you choose one kid. He will keep on asking why, and you will understand that you have some loophole inside of your understanding, inside of your overall understanding. The key here is the simplicity. You can apply it to any subject. You don't need to be a physicist or a mathematician, but in my opinion, it works really well in the understanding based subjects like physics or mathematics. Memory palace. This is the second technique to learn anything new, the memory palace. This is a very interesting technique to memorize almost anything. This falls under the category where remember something. This was invented by a man named the Simonides in 477 BC in Greece. Like when we studied history or biology, this technique will be your best friend. Let me cut down it into small pieces. The things you need to remember that this process will not help you to pass the traditional semester exam, because the pattern of the question paper is made such a way that it will very less likely to score a nicer marks with the memory palace technique. But when it comes to the competitive exam and where the time play a crucial role, you can roll off your sleeve and make a good use of this technique. For example, I was watching a video about remembering 100 term of pi using the memory palace, and it is possible. I will link the video in the description down below. First thing first, our brain is not wired to remember data without images. So if you can associate a story and image with each of the single data, it is very likely to recall them easily. Let me give you one example and how to use it. Here I will take the perspective of my own house, because I know exactly where the stuffs are kept. You can also take your home for this example. Here you'll find all the furniture are arranged in some standard order, right? Go clockwise and name each of the bigger item with a number, like sofa 1, chair 2, bookshelf 3, almirah 4, TV 5. Move to the next room and number from where you left. Dining table 6, basin 7, fridge 8, microwave 9, mixer grinder 10. Do not pick the same item twice. Now you know the position of each item in your room, and according to that you have numbered them. Your brain is extremely capable when it is coming to images. It can remember things effortlessly when some data is associated with some image. Now following the same way, you have reached up to number 25. Your task is to remember the item with the number. For example, if I ask you what is the number 9, you would be saying it is a microwave, right? We have numbered this microwave as 9. Now coming to the fun part of this game, as I have a science background and I'm terribly lazy at remembering or memorizing things, let's pick the example of the periodic table. Associate few catchy words with every element to remember them in proper order. Trust me, if you once get to use this technique, you'll never forget. Number 1, hydrogen. The catchy word could be hydrogen bomb, right? Number 2 is helium, so you can take that is Hellboy game, right? Number 3, lithium, like lithium battery is a catchy word. Number 4 is beryllium, ticket to Berlin. Number 5 is the boron, like boring cereals. Number 6 is the carbon, like charcoal face wash. Number 7, nitrogen liquid. Number 8, oxygen, like fresh oxygenated vegetables, green vegetables. You entered into your room and found there was a hydrogen bomb that is lying over the sofa. You got scared. Just by the side your brother was sitting over the chair and was playing the Hellboy game with your mobile phone. You looked at the bookshelf and you have found that there are a lot of lithium battery stored there. You don't know why this is happening. You opened the almirah and found a ticket to Berlin, like football World Cup, right? So you was excited to ask your mom about it. Your mom was watching a boring serial on the TV, your mom said, first wash your face with a charcoal face wash. You went to the basin and there was some liquid nitrogen spilled all over the basin, all over it. You decided to wash your face with the cold water and you opened the fridge. There was a lot of fresh oxygenated vegetables inside. Continue this story and you will be surprised to know that you can actually remember anything you wish using this technique, or in short, associate a story and numbering them in proper order. You can easily use it. This is an incredible tool. Bye bye. Bye bye.